hear that. You better run when you hear that. I said, run when you hear that. You better run when you hear that. I said, run when you hear that. Run when you hear that.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Bruce Foster, Chewing the Fat. Yeah, that was the little promo that I put together for the QPWC finals, the state titles this weekend. And guys, in case some of you have been, haven't seen the ads or seen the post, yes, state finals are on this coming Saturday and Sunday up at Somerset Dam. I've got an eye on some of the entries at the moment, and there's some nice looking matchups coming up this weekend, so it's going to be really good to see some competition. We've got some riders coming up that are coming into the competition that we haven't seen in the QPWC realm so far this year, so again, that's going to be interesting. We even have coming from south of the border, we've got some riders coming up, and we actually have Connor Brink coming over from New Zealand as well, who is racing at the state titles. So it's going to be really good to see everybody together and just have some competitive, exciting racing, and and have some fun. That's the main thing. Everybody enjoy it. So tonight I'm flying solo. No guest again, and there's quite a bit to go through as far as rounding up and catching up with what's happening on the racing front and on the recreation side as well. We'll take a look at the new releases for the Sea-Doo range for 2026, and we'll take a quick look at the Yamaha Wave Runner range as well, which was announced a few days, I think it was yesterday actually. So yeah, we've got that coming up. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we'll switch over, and I'm just going to do a verbal while I'm on air. Adrian, welcome from the UK, mate, and hope the weather's holding up for you a little bit here, a little bit there compared to here. We've got a bit of rain. Hopefully it's all gone by Saturday. So let's switch over to Roundup. Here we go. Alright, now we're going over to Wellington Jet Sport Club. They have their enduro event coming up, round 2, Foxton River, 100 miles. It's not this coming weekend, it is the following weekend. So if you're over in New Zealand, you happen to be over there, and you're timing it right, get in touch with these gentlemen, these people that run this club. You never know, they might be able to fix you up with a suitable ski. So if you can't get on a ski, go down and check it out. Go and have a look at the event, watch it, get soaked up in the environment and the atmosphere that's going to be there. So 100-mile enduro, round 2, Foxton River, Wellington Jet Sport Club. That's next Saturday, a week on Saturday on the 30th. Okay. What do we have? Jet ski race in New Zealand. The day after the Wellington competition, they have the round 2 Winter Aqua X series. Winter Aqua series. It's not X. Aqua series at where are we? Pahoe Reserve. Sorry, I hope I said that right. Dave Venel will get on to me if I didn't. And yeah, so they've got that coming up again. If you happen to be down that way, look them up, get down there, watch, maybe get involved if that's your thing. But most of all, just get down there, meet some people, some good-minded people that just want to compete and have a good time. So yeah, go check that one out. It's a decent one to look at. We're going a little bit, we'll go west side here in WA. A couple of weeks away yet. I think this one's about 3 weeks away. So the 9th of November, wait a minute, 9th of November. That's not a couple of weeks. You know what? I read that wrong because it said 9/11 and I automatically assumed it meant September. And I've read it completely wrong, which is stupid of me because I don't normally read it that way. So yeah, November, way in advance. So for those of you that are thinking about heading over to WA, something to think about. Plan ahead. You've got a few months to try and put something in place if that's your thing. If you fancy trying somewhere different, definitely check this out. I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to see you over there. And if you're not racing, go down and check out the events. Check them out and get to meet these people. You never know, next year you might be out there racing with them. Alright, so that's WA. Evening, Kevin. We're going to P1 Aqua X. Now, a little bit of a thing going on. Like this coming weekend, Clearwater has the next round, which is round 4, if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong, Adrian, but pretty sure it's round 4 this weekend officially. But they've actually got, because they had 2 rounds, 2 motos called off in round 3 due to the bad weather, they're actually going to be doing 5 motos over that weekend, over this coming weekend at Clearwater. Now, the rules there've been a few questions. I've been looking at a few things online, and I watched Bobby Cardone's show the other night. They have put in place that the ski that you raced in Sheboygan a couple of weeks back when the race was cancelled, you have to race that same ski in the makeup rounds that they're doing at Clearwater. So 2 of the rounds, which are the makeup rounds from what they couldn't do a couple of weeks ago, they have to race their old ski that they would have been racing at that event, or they were racing at that event. So, and then come the Clearwater rounds, they can jump on whatever ski they want to jump on, which if only we could manage to have more than one race ski, or at least more than one ski for that matter. But that's the way it's working, and rightly so. And don't want anybody getting an unfair advantage because the people who never raced in Sheboygan is not allowed to race in the 2 makeup rounds either. So they can only race the Clearwater round, not the makeup rounds from the 2 makeup rounds from a couple of weeks ago. So if you didn't make the trip up to Sheboygan, you can't race in the 2 makeup rounds. So yep, that's right, Eddie, and that's right. All crafts used in the last moto must be used. They've got serial numbers on all the crafts that finished in Moto 1. Yep. And then when it comes to the Clearwater rounds, they can just jump on whatever ski they're using that they want to use. Okay, so that's the P1 Aqua X. Big shout out to Noah Skips, New Zealand. He's been doing pretty good the last the Moto 1 in Sheboygan, he managed to finish third. Hectic conditions. It was mad. I don't foresee it being that bad at Clearwater, but hey, you never know. But good luck to Noah and the squad of other riders from the Farthern race team, which Noah is part of. So good luck to all of them. I'll be keeping an eye on that. Hopefully they're streaming them live as well. So that's the P1 Aqua X over in the US at the moment. Obviously I'm following this one because Noah's involved in it. So that's really why I keep tabs on how he's getting on, because he won the amateur competition last year, and he's making that step up this year at the pros, and he's doing great guns so far. So why am I Dave, good evening, sir. Why am I such a displaced person? Why? Oh, is this because I was Wednesday this week, Thursday last week? Who knows? Well, anyway, let's move on. So that's that. Now I want to go aqua bikes over the World Endurance, the World Championships, Lake Toba, Indonesia. I didn't realise when I switched this on. I thought it was just a normal kind of competition where you do, 2 or 3 enduros. It is actually 6 enduros over 3 days, and we're not talking your 30-minute ones. We're talking your 40-minute enduros. How's your middle finger, Dave? How's your middle finger? Oh, sorry, that way. How's it going? So anyway, I've kept tabs on this one simply because we had 3 Aussies in the competition. Well, technically we got a New Zealander, but she lives in Australia. And I don't want to be one of these ones that claims her as an Australian. She'd probably be the first one to tell me she's a Kiwi. So Kylie Elmer's obviously from New Zealand, Scotty Phillips and Billy Cunningham from up here in Queensland. So things were going really well for all 3 riders. They were kind of up there in the mix quite a bit. Hectic, brutal competition. Bailey, I got sent a picture of Bailey's hands after I think it was 4 of the motos, and they were blistered to hell. Like they were in a shocking state. And but credit to everybody, and they were all getting banged up as well. I believe Scotty had an issue with his 4th race. He couldn't take part in it, so he had to drop out. And then Bailey on the last race, race 6, was in with a chance at a podium, and all he had to do was finish above Anthony Radicek, and he would have got up there in 3rd place on the podium. And although it would have been quite interesting to see how that would have played out had Kylie not had an absolute nightmare as well. Bailey would have finished above her, I believe, but it certainly would have been close. But Scotty Phillips did really well as well. There was some of the riders were in the top 3 positions, top 4, top 5. They were kind of always there or thereabout. But credit to the gentleman that won it, 16-year-old Ratag. I don't want to try and pronounce his first name because I wouldn't do any justice. It's 16 years old, and he managed to pull off. Like, look at that! I'm going to get out of the way. Look at that across the top there. That's insane. Those results that he got. Absolute madness. Like, credit to him. I don't think he had any worse finish than 3rd place. And he was just consistent the whole way. Anthony Radicek didn't really, like, he was competitive, but he was always there or thereabout. Jeff, it's actually, Dave, it's actually, right, your finger. I take it you're all drugged up then, Dave. Dave Venel, unfortunately, had a nasty, like if you followed Dave Venel, you would have seen his post of his little finger, well, his middle finger. Nasty looking, I think it was a crush injury. or he nicked it somehow. But yeah, nasty looking one. But he won't be doing the one finger salute for a little while, put it that way. Well, he might be if he's got a little bandage on it, might make it more impressive. So anyway, yeah, Rattan got out number one. He took the first place. Jay Finlayson, he got second place from America. Anthony Radicek got third. And Kylie Elmers was also in with a shout here as well. Even with Bailey dropping out, she had a real shout and chance at the podium. But absolute nightmare in the last race with her, you know, in there at the start, but then the engine started to break, started to play up, and yeah, it didn't end very well for her. She got it home, she brought it home eventually, she kept it running, but nowhere near as competitive as she could have been, and she'll be kicking herself for that one. And I'm pretty sure, looking at the competition and having watched it, I would imagine all three of them realise that there was opportunity there, and they'll feel that something's been left. Something didn't. There was still a bit more left in the tank. So I know Bailey wasn't well for a while, and I believe Scott wasn't well for a bit as well. But Bailey dropped out in the last race because he was sick. He was sick as a dog. But yeah, I think they're planning on going next year. It looks like an amazing event. Fantastic and beautiful location as well. I'm actually going to show the video for this one, so let me just run this video just now. This is the highlight video from the P1 from the Aquabike series last weekend. Well, I say last weekend. It started on Wednesday last week, and it ran, like the endurance competition ran from Wednesday through to Friday. There were some circuit competition as well over the weekend. We didn't have any Australian interest in them. I don't even think there was any British interest in them. There were a few Europeans in there, I know that. But let me run this video and judge for yourself what you think about the location, the organisation, and the result from the 16-year-old.
Welcome to the UIM ABP Endurance Grand Prix of Indonesia. Also lighting up as Ege's Rotok takes the win in photo number 1. Three days and 6 motos, we've seen grit, heartbreak, and stunning resilience play out across the water. Now, it all comes down to this final moto. Congratulations to Ege's Rotok. What an incredible job.
About that, great location or what? Hey, you never know, Jeff. Maybe next year. I know Bailey and Kylie and them, they'll all be planning on heading back, I would imagine. Tralee did message me about over the weekend when I was asking questions about how things were going with them and all that kind of stuff, and how the rest of the guys were getting on. So she was really quite a good source of information for me. Over the weekend, and timing, as well as Don Dawson, who was doing the comment there. So it was very like they, in their view, they felt it was one of the most organised and best prepared competitions they've been involved with. It certainly looks it, and hey, hopefully we can maybe get some more riders in that one in the future. So certainly a big commitment, like 2 motos a day, 40-minute motos each day, 3 days solid. You're not allowed to take any painkillers. And it's judged, they do testing. So, yeah, tough one. Tough. So well done to all 3 riders anyway. Better luck next year. And yeah, let's keep an eye on that one and see how they get on next year. Alright, that's that one. There we go. Alright guys, as you know, we've got the Queensland State titles coming up this weekend. Some interesting matchups that are coming up. We've got some nice ride combinations coming together. Some nice competitions coming together with the riders. Riders who have been in the club previously, ran in the state titles, state championships last year. They haven't been racing around the club, and some that haven't been in the club at all. It's their first time coming up and coming in, getting involved. So it's going to be a really nice mix of racers of different quality, different styles, and it's going to be a good weekend. And guys, I cannot thank the sponsors enough. They have been absolutely amazing, coming through with all the stuff that we could, everything we could have asked for. They've been so supportive. Let me just double check it and I'll get it for you. Alright, so yeah, so first of all, obviously Kawasaki come through, amazing. Still pinch myself that we landed that one. And just before people ask, and some people suggested maybe this last week, this was nothing to do with Jamie. I did this one off my own back. It's a completely separate setup altogether from anything that Jamie does at Brisbane Kawasaki. So I can't thank Rob at Kawasaki Motors Australia. I really appreciate them coming on board and supporting the community as a whole, but the sport here as well. So long may we continue to foster that relationship, as with all the other sponsors as well. And I'm going to name them all. So we've got Mark at WLE Designs. Mark does all our t-shirts and our hats and stuff like that. He's been doing some amazing stuff. He did the Cameron Martin t-shirts as well, and they were fantastic. He is also doing all the t-shirts for this weekend's competition, and he's sponsoring one of the classes as well, so that's fantastic. We've got Renewed Glow, Jamie's cleaning products for your skis. He's got some great products, and I'm not plugging them just because it's Jamie and it's Renewed Glow. They are good quality brands. There's been a couple of riders that I know have said that they've found them to be one of the better ones, one of the better products that they've used out of some of the other ones that are on the market, and they're quite happy to continue using them, so that's good. We're going to go with STKR Designs as well. They're doing some fantastic trophies, something a little bit different than normal, and I can't wait to see these. Like, I've seen a video of them and I put a little video up, but when I actually get to see these in the flesh, I'm going to be like, yep, this is what we wanted. This is exactly what we're looking for. So I'm looking forward to that. We got Matt at G Saves coming on board as well. He's racing the Pro Expert GP Open, I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm bad. AGSB are also coming on board, Australian Jetski Parts. They're on board as well. They're sponsoring a class. Gold Coast Wave Runners, 2 classes they're sponsoring, so thanks to them. Brisbane Kawasaki, they're also going to sponsor you know, Jamie's sponsoring one of the classes there as well. Jet Pilot, they're sponsoring the 1500 Kawasaki stand-up skis, so that's going to be a good one. Juma Finance as well, Matt Atala, who is helping out there. He's going to, he's putting in, I can't, what's the class he's got? That's bad. Oh, wait a minute, I've got the document. Hang on. Let me get that document up. Where are we? Let me just find it first. Alright, so, right, here we go. Everything Watercraft are sponsoring the Novice Beginners class. Jeff, Marty, James, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. 8-1 Racing, they will be sponsoring the women's competition. That's Tralee and Bailey and Derek, so thanks to them. WE Designs Rec Lights, they are sponsoring that class. The Naturally Aspirated class and the Amateur class are both sponsored by Renewed Glow. Pro Stock, Juma Finance, thank you Matt. We don't have anybody for the limited class, and the Pro Expert GP Open is G-Save, Matt Monroe there. Gold Coast Wave Runners, they are sponsoring 2 Enduros. One of them is the Open class, the other one is the Naturally Aspirated class. Brisbane Kawasaki are sponsoring the Enduro Stock class. AJSP are the Pro-Am 2 and 4 stroke stand-up skis. Jet Pilot, the 1500 stock stand-ups. We don't have anyone for the GP ski circuit stand-ups. I do know we have one entry in that one at the moment, so if you're in that class and you're looking to enter and you've raced in the last 12 months, please jump on board and get your entries in. Obviously the event sponsor itself is Kawasaki Motors. The winners plaques, they're all being done by Ben and Amanda at STKR, and our official energy drink is Kamikaze Energy. So come on down, there will be some free drinks to hand out, so come down and see me, and I'll be dishing them out over the course of the 2 days. Sure to keep you on your toes, those drinks. So thanks again to all the sponsors who've jumped on board, and hey, can't thank them enough. It's what makes the sport tick. It's a recognition for the riders, that they're doing something that's getting noticed, and is being acknowledged by these businesses. And yes, some of them are jet ski related businesses, because the people in question also race, but they're not all of them, so please take note of that. With that in mind as well, please be mindful of how you want to present yourself. There will be opportunities for photograph and video packages from Jeff, Jesse, I think Alan McIntosh. I believe these guys are all going to be there this weekend. I know Alan is. Jeff, you've already got a sponsor. You've already sponsored everything Watercraft, or is that Marty's baby? You're doing the novice class. No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's only 2 classes that are outstanding, so don't worry about it, mate. Are you planning on coming down, Jeff, for the weekend? Or are you unable to? Guys, for any of you that are racing, it's an opportunity to get some nice little photographs taken. Like I say, Jeff can do them, Jesse can do them, Alan McIntosh can do them. Hit them up. Hit up either one of them and get a package from them. They'll certainly do a bunch of pictures for you, and put together a little video for you. So definitely, Marty. Your check's in the post, Marty, he says. Awesome, Jeff, awesome. Alright, guys, there you go. Perfect opportunity. Hit up Jeff, hit up Jesse, hit up Alan McIntosh. Get your photos, get your videos done, get your little packages, present yourselves really nice, and get yourself noticed. Get yourself your own little sponsors as well. Let's bring more into the sport. Let's bring more into the community, and then everybody benefits from it. So the more profile that we can provide for brands, the better for everyone involved, including the brands. Okay, so that's that. Midnight tonight for your race entries at the current fee rate, which is $200 and $50. I better check this one. I know it's $200 for an entry. Hold the bus. Alright, so yeah, it is. So at the moment, until midnight tonight, it's $200 a class and $50 for an additional class if you want to enter before midnight tonight. If you leave it until Thursday, Friday, first thing Saturday morning before the event starts, you will be paying $250 entry fee and $80 per additional class that you wish to enter. Okay, make sure you've got a club membership as well. If you're another club member or interstate or overseas, $1 is all it costs you for a club membership, and that will get you access on into the page, and you'll be able to then purchase your entries. Okay, so any problems, please feel free to drop a message to the Facebook page, and we'll answer it as quick as possible. And right, okay. Sorry, I got a message there that came up. Now, okay, that's that. All right. So let's make sure we get up there. Want to try and make it as high vis. We're gonna. Mark White has been. We're going to try and hook together a sound system and get some music going in the background. Try and get a wee bit of a vibe going. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know what kind of music I want to play, but other people might have different ideas. But we'll see. So yeah, let's enjoy the weekend. I'm looking forward to this. One of the things I will put out just now for everyone is if you're planning to head up there on Friday, the caravan with all the goods, all the buoys and stuff in the back, Jamie plans to get to the spit at about 1 o'clock, okay, and get set up the Friday afternoon. Now I'm going to get up there as well. I want to have a look at a few things as well. I'll help them out obviously as well. Get set up, and hell no, it's not Kenny Rogers or Bagpipes Dave. Nah. I like something with a bit of boom, you know. So it's not for everybody's liking, but hey ho. Yeah, so I'm going to be there from 1 o'clock. Jamie will be there. Dave's going to be up there. I believe Dan's going to be up there as well. Guys, if you're heading up Friday, please come into the spit at 1 o'clock and help set up the track. And it's been an enormous effort for Jamie to sacrifice his business time to come to get set up, but he would rather do it on a Friday and get it all set up so he can relax, and then come Saturday morning we're really just all about scrutineering, doing the riders briefing, and then we get started. So that's the whole idea. We don't want to be having to get up super early to then delay the potential start because we're having to set up the track. So we're going to do it Friday. Okay. So please, if you're if you're coming up Friday, come up a little bit earlier and help out and help set up. That'd be fantastic if you can. All right. So that's that. Kelly, when are you coming back to racing? I think you should. You should come back. I don't know why you ever stopped. So, anyway, your man's racing. Okay, so that's Queensland. Now, before I go any further, Mary Ann made a comment about sadly there will be no live streaming if this event. Mary Ann asked me this during the week. Good evening, Charlie. Mary Ann asked me about this week and asked me if there was going to be a live stream. Now, normally in the past I've done it. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to do it or not. A couple of things in play that might make it happen, mainly one of them being having somebody available that can actually help me out with not so much that, but with just manning the kamikaze stuff, all that kind of thing. You know, I've got a couple other things on the go as well, and I can't wear too many hats on the day and try and still do video and photography and fly the drone. You know, I still want to do a bit of that if I can. I know that Jeff will be there. I know Jesse and Alan will be there. They can get all that great stuff as well. But I do like to try and get some drone footage if I can as well. I just think drone footage just different level. So yeah, there may well be a live stream. Okay, so I'm waiting to get confirmation that I might have a helper, and if that's the case, then we could be on for the live stream. Okay, so a little bit of good news potentially there. We'll keep everybody posted on that one, and if it does happen, it will be streamed to the QPWC page. Okay, all right, that's that. All right, let's go social now. The boys, I like to check in with the boys from Northern Ireland. Yeah, it's the Northern Hemisphere. It's my neck of the woods. I like to call it my neck of the woods. It's Ireland. I'm descended from an Irishman. So I don't think they've got much going on at the moment. I think they had a ride coming up, or they had it, but then it disappeared. So it must be going winter now, because all the Jeff, you're doing enough with all your photographs in your drone. All right, let's get nothing happening in Northern Ireland at the moment. I'm sure Stephen Sheenan will keep me posted. Jetski Adventurers, nothing much. I'm going to come to this one in a minute. I'm going to come to this one shortly. I'm leaving this one till last. And so the only one that the Jetski Adventurers really got going at the moment is this one here, 20th, 24th of September. Again, if you haven't booked your accommodation, book now. It's the start of the school holidays. It's going to start getting busy, and they Jeff, it might well be, it could well be. Yeah, get your accommodation booked ASAP so that you can notify Carol. Carol's wants an idea of numbers so you can plan the rides. It's simple. You don't want too big a group rides. If it means splitting us into two and doing 2 different trips each day, then so be that. Okay, so this is really to help with the planning. If you're planning on going to this, accommodation booked, notify Carl you've done it, and then he'll add you to the numbers. Okay, so Jetski Adventurers, Fraser Coast Escape 2025. If you put that in the search bar, you don't even have to look for Jetski Adventurers. Just put that in, and it will pop up in your search. All right. Okay, Southeast Queensland. Again, I think it's been a bit quiet. Yeah, that's that one as well. Yep, somebody's asked a question in that group about river fire. For those of you that tune in that don't know Brisbane, every year we have a big fireworks display called River Fire. I think it's to celebrate the end of some festival period, or the start of it. I can never remember which way it is. But basically, when you do anything like this, including the New Year, the river is pretty much shut off. So you can go out on your boat or your ski, but you won't be able to get in to where the fireworks are. You will have to watch from a distance. The river police will be there and monitoring it, and if you try and go in there, they'll turn you back. So yeah, again, if it's a night ride, do it in groups. Make sure you have the appropriate lighting on your skis as well, and make sure they're legal, because you will get a ticket for it. Alright, so what else is there? Question there: where is the best place to get your service a Sea-Doo? South Brisbane, guys. The one that springs to the top of my head immediately is Shoreline Yamaha, and Shoreline Yamaha and Shoreline Sea-Doo are both in Moss Street, but Sea-Doo, Shoreline Sea-Doo would be the place to go. Alternatively, if you don't want to go there, check out Ant at Jet LEDs. you can service your ski as well. Okay, and he's not that far from where Shoreline Sea-Doo are. Okay, right, that's them. Yeah, so they've been pretty quiet. I think they've got some. I think Kevin's planning some rides. It's just a question of when. This one popped. I seen this picture earlier today. This one made me laugh. How funny is that? I think that's pretty funny. Jet skiing can be expensive. Parts as well. But they're all great when they're working, but when they blow and go wrong, that's when it all goes. That's when it goes pear-shaped. So that's that. That's them. Jet ski adventure. Don't need that. Done that. Jet ski riders Gold Coast. Oh, tell you what I've missed. Let me just go find that one. I probably did have them, but I've probably closed it. So this is the jet ski family. Again, I like to circle around the main groups, and yeah, this was a couple of days ago over at Tangalooma, a whale inside between the beach and the wrecks. Now anybody that knows that area, that's a pretty phenomenal thing to see. So there you go, that's that. Tessa showing off again. It's not like Tessa. Alright, now I'm going to accompany that in a second. Yeah, I've got that as well, so that's all good. Alright, so that's that. Let's go. Jet Ski Riders Gold Coast in Brisbane. I haven't got much going on. I don't know why we've got river boats on there. Lot of trailers up for sale. This page, we're trying, like I'm a moderator on it, and I've spoken to some of the admins, and we've agreed that we want to get the skis out of there. We don't want any for sale skis on there. We have other designated sites for that kind of stuff. Okay, this is more about getting it back to what it was, which is about rides, hints, tips, all that kind of stuff. Okay, and we're constantly having to try and tidy it up. All right, like that, selling stuff. That should be on a Jet Ski Australia for sales page. Okay, now there's another one. Looks like that's it. It's up for sale. So again, I'll once I finish here, I'll go on. They'll be getting taken down. So yeah, it's not good for a site to have that, especially when there's purpose type sites just for those items to be sold. All right, so coming to that one, Jet Ski Family done. All right, here we go. Final part of the show before I finish up. We have the new 2026 range. This is a Sea-Doo. We'll go through the Yamaha one shortly. I don't think there's really much changes to them apart from the bigger screen and this new app that they've developed. I don't know. I follow the colours and I watch to see what skis they are. I'm not a big Sea-Doo fan, that's just me. But as you can see there's only certain models which have the 10.25 inch display on the ski. So there you go, that's them there. So there's not that many of them. Fish Pro skis have got them. The Wake Pro, or the Fish Pro Trophy, sorry, has it. The Wake Pro has it. The RX TX has it, and the GTX and Explorer Pro, they have the larger screen as well. There's a couple of new colours as well. I have to say, I read a comment about, oh, blue's not the best colour, and I thought to myself, but some people race and ride in black skis, and to me that would be a harder thing to see than a blue ski. The idea that the ski is that kind of blue, that the water is that kind of blue, I don't really, but I guess there's maybe some merit in it, but I've got to say it's a nice colour, definitely a nice colour. This one here with the race seat on the back of it, the RXPX, does look really nice. But I did hear I did read a comment somewhere that this particular model may not be available in Australia immediately. I don't know how true that is. I would imagine the Sea-Doo aficionados would have a better idea of that, and I'm sure they'll correct me if I'm wrong. But it'll be interesting to see if that, I think that would go down quite well with a lot of people. I've seen that type of model here before, with that kind of seat on it. You actually got the option of that seat or a proper 3-seat. So, or both. So we'll see what happens. I think the biggest thing for Sea-Doo is the big screen, the bigger dash screen, and the new app for being able to record all your journeys and trips and stuff like that. Yeah, Alex, those prices, yeah, guys, that's for everybody's information, those prices, Chris, I wish they were Australian prices, Alexei. Yeah, unfortunately, these are US prices, so expect a big jump to the Aussie dollar with when these hit the shore. Alright, so that's them. Yamaha. Now, these Jet Blasters are getting a bit of a PR at the moment. They look pretty good, look like good fun, and that ties me into next weekend's event. Shoreline Yamaha are hosting the Battle of the Blasters at the Bayside Wake Park a week on Saturday, 30th of August, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. There'll be 30 riders. There's no more than 30 riders in it. They will get a crack on the ski. Fastest 10 times will then go into a final shootout to determine who the winner will be, and it's hopefully by that time, when that final 10 comes around, it's under floodlit. So that's the whole idea of it. They've got the radio station coming up. I can't remember who it is. A couple others are involved in it as well. So it's going to be a cracking event. There's a lot of, I've seen some of the names on the entries, so yeah, interesting mix of people. Some I know, some I don't know. So be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, these Jet Blasters are getting a bit of a promo at the moment. It's just a shame that they're just on the wrong side of the eligibility to race with the Sparks. The issue with the Sparks and the Blasters is these have got a slight advantage power-wise over the Rec Lights, so over the Sparks. So technically they can't, and it's also they're over a certain price as well, which kind of quells that idea of eligibility as well. So I know that there's a bit of discussion about whether it can race in Rec Lights here at the moment. I know that Oz Watercraft Racing, they'd rather not and do a separate class, but I'm not sure what the QPWC will do. I guess we'll wait and see what other associations do, especially the governing bodies, and what they allow and what they permit. So time will tell, and we'll see. Alright, so that's the Jet Blasters, which are the new ones that's hitting the market. Superjet, Jet Blaster Pro, some nice colours. I like this one here, this kind of aqua and orange coloured ski. I really like, yeah, the Jet Blaster colour. That's actually a nice colour. Nice matches of colours. It's pretty tasty. A lovely looking purple one, which you can see that one. There you go. This one here, the VX Cruiser. It's a lovely looking colour. This red one, the VX Cruiser there, is a cracking looking one as well. Let's have a look at the other ones. The VX Limited's a cracking blue. Both beautiful blue. I'm assuming that's a pearlescent colour as well. Look at that one, the GP SVHO. How beautiful is that red? That is an absolutely outstanding red to have on a ski. There's the FX SVHO in the purple. I don't know what they call it, officially what that colour is, but again, it's a nice looking ski as well. I've got to say that one looks really hot, looks really nice. I do like the look of that one, but that's just a colour thing. Okay, yeah, Josh, it does look, it looks lovely, isn't it? Now, the one thing that I did want to get up, now let me have a look. I've got to find it first. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Guys, I don't know, Crosswave, what do you think? What do you think of it? Like, it's certainly different, and I can see where they're coming from. I just, it's definitely not, it's purely for fishing, without a doubt, and just chilling and relaxing on. Odd, it does look odd. Try to see if I can get it to rotate, but oh, there we go. Well, look at this, a nice wide deck, I'll give it that. Certainly a wide deck, and it's definitely, it would be good for fishing, it would be good for camp or whatever, you know, for all that storage space in there would be phenomenal. Look at the size of the dash. Just that alone makes a huge difference. Yeah, so definitely different. There's the dash, big boy, but that floor is just huge. Different, definitely different. I guess our perception of a normal ski, of a normal jet ski, this breaks that mold. You can walk right around that deck if you wanted, without any trouble. I'd love to see how it handles in a more open water setting, where it's a little bit more gnarly. But I wonder how easy that flips. I wonder how easy that would be to flip back over if it flipped. Probably wouldn't flip at all given the size of it, but hey ho. But there you go. There's what you can get on it. It's 4-seater, potentially a 4-seater there. So listen, they've obviously come up with it for something. If it's the fishermen that get it, like look at the size of the deck, unbelievable, huge. Right, that's pretty cool. Like in a way, you know, it's pushing the boundaries. So good on them. So let's see how it. Let's see who buys them. All right, okay, guys, that's pretty much me for this week. Oh my God, we're 54 minutes in. I didn't realise it'd actually take this long. Guys, that's me done. I'm done for the night, and thanks for everybody that's tuned in and watched and commented, and hopefully you've got something from the show. If not, please, I welcome your feedback. I welcome your comments, suggestions, ideas. What I would ask for everybody is I need videos, recreational videos. Please, short ones. Ones that I can play at the start of the show, ones I can play at the end of the show as well. They don't have to be big. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes maybe. It would be great if people could, you know, if everybody could start putting these kind of videos together. And I understand social media, it's all like 30-second clips and stuff like that. But if you want, you know, I think a lot of people like to watch a 2-3 minute video with some decent clips in it, just to see what other people are getting up to. I certainly enjoy watching them and seeing what other people are getting up to, and it gives inspiration and ideas to others. So, alright guys, that's it. I'm going to leave you with one more video and sign out for the week. Until next week. This video is actually from Nautical Image. Jeff, if you're still tuning in, it's one of your old boys. I'm just taking a look back at some previous endurance racing from last year. I believe it's probably the Cameron Martin event, but it's maybe have clips of the state titles in it as well. But it certainly looks more like the Cameron Martin event. But again, it gives you an idea of what goes on at Somerset for the enduro side of it. And I'm going to leave you with that. If you are up at the state championships, state titles this weekend, please, please, please come and say hello. You know, like, even if I don't know you and you don't know me, come and see me. Always happy to meet new people and get to know other riders in the community. So yeah, please come on. And hey, we've got handouts. We've got some Kamikaze energy drinks to hand out as well. So by all means, come across and say hi and get your free drink. Alright, until next week, I'm going to leave you with this video clip from Nautical Image. Take care, wherever you're up to. God, except I can't get my mouse working. Good God. Hey, there we go. Alright guys, sorry about that. Mouse was playing funny. So until next week, hopefully see you at the weekend. If you're out over the weekend doing anything nice and fun and out on the water, hopefully the weather gods stay in check and give us a good weekend, good solid weekend. Until next week, take care of yourself, look after each other, most of all, have some fun. Good night.
Thank you.